Hello, hello, all my lovely souls. It's been a while, and before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I just wanted to hop on really quick because I filmed this video, most of it, at the very tail end of February. Yeah, it's taken a while, and I go into the reasons in my video, but I wanted to hop on here before I get into the video just to say, well, I've had some trolls and I've had some nastiness going on my channel and my Instagram and my email, and that's part of the reason why I've been MIA. So before I start, if my little troll is following me, I'm just letting you know that my husband is now moderating my channel. So after I post, he's watching my channel. So if there's any nastiness, personal attacks, I don't mind respectful disagreements on my videos, but personal nasty attacks, my husband will strike them down. He will block you, and I won't see it, and he doesn't let me know when they come because I just can't deal with it. Some things have been affecting me, and I'll go into that in the video, but with everything that's going on in the world and some family things, yeah, it's something I just can't handle right now. And the majority of you are so lovely, but it just takes a couple of bad apples to really make something rotten. So this is the long video. I tried to edit it down as long as I could, but I felt I needed to explain some things, whether I do or not. If it's long-winded, you can check in, check out. It's all good. So I think without further ado, let's get into it. And thanks for being patient, you guys. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time, not mentioning the little video I just posted, shortly ago, just letting you know that this video is coming. Before that, I think the last video I posted was an unboxing of Jamie Sawyer's Path box set. And yeah, that was probably early January, I want to say. So it has been a while. I hope that you've all been well, that you had a wonderful holiday season, you've been happy and healthy, and I hope things are going well for you all. Now, I just wanted to hop on and let you know where I've been, what's been up, and why I haven't been posting. I've been neglecting my channel, and that's by design, and that's for a few reasons. And the first of which is just I really needed a break. This past November, I hit my 2-year tarot tubeversary. And quite honestly, when I started this channel, it was really for a lark. It was for fun, and to share a new passion. I had no idea where I was going. And I really didn't have any idea that I would hit 2 years on YouTube. When I started this channel, I was discovering tarot. I was starting to amass a lot of decks. I was really excited about it. And my channel became primarily an unboxing channel with a few other, commentaries and discussions on it. But primarily, it's a deck unboxing channel. Now, until the last few months, I have been making, 2, 3, sometimes at one time I was making 4 videos a week. And granted, a lot of those early videos was before I knew anything about editing, and did anything with, my unboxings. And it was a little bit of an easier process in some ways because the videos were a lot more messy. Not that they're anything, a technical wonder now, they still are very simple, but I do some editing now. And for somebody who is very tech challenged, I just do everything on my phone. It gets to be a lot. The filming, editing, and also uploading onto YouTube is quite time consuming, as any YouTuber can tell you. So really, I just needed a break from the whole process. Another reason why I've stepped away is because I've been dealing with a couple of trolls. One in particular has been especially prolific and incessant, and this person, I think it's a male, from the writing, the way things are worded on their responses to my videos and on my Instagram, I think it's a male. But this individual has been particularly nasty and just very toxic. And it all started a few months back, way back in the summer. I did a video, I think it was called Too Many Decks. It was a commentary about deck collecting, I think. And in that video, and if you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here or here, and also in the description box below. But in that video, besides the commentary on deck collecting, there's a little bit of commentary about my experience in the Mormon Church. And I think I was talking about the Mormon Temple and how members of the Mormon Church, to be able to go to the Mormon Temple to receive ordinances for exalted blessings in the afterlife, you had to pay your tithing, 10% of your earnings, or surplus or increase, or however they put it. And I believe I was talking in the context of drawing parallels of having to pay in the Mormon Church to go to the Mormon Temple for those extra blessings, and why my channel would never, why I would never do a Patreon, and why I would never do a subscription for my channel, doing extra content for those who, would pay extra. And, it's not trashing those who do it, but I think I was talking about why I would never do it. It's been months since I posted that video, and once I finish editing and I upload a video, I don't watch my videos. It's done and dusted, and it's out there in YouTube land, and I don't ever watch my videos again. But I think that's what started everything. This one individual in particular will not go away, and still to this day has not gone away. This person is trolling my Instagram and my YouTube, and it's become quite tiring. Even after I've blocked them, they keep coming back on YouTube and Instagram under different accounts, and it hasn't stopped or slowed down. Even though I'm not posting and I haven't posted any videos, this individual is going back to all my other videos, and I have quite a lot. I think I have close to 200, I don't know, but they're commenting on every single one, and sometimes multiple times. So that has been hard to deal with, and it has made me not want to go on social media. I have not been checking my comments. I have not been going on my Instagram because I am so afraid of what I'm going to see. For the past few months, I've been having my husband moderate my channel and my Instagram for comments, and every time for the past several months when I've posted a video, I give him my phone, and he's, when there's a comment popping up, he just checks it really quick to see if it's that individual or if it's something really nasty or horrible, and then he moves on. He doesn't do any of the answering of comments for me, but he will, when he sees that person, he blocks them and deletes the comment. It has been a process. YouTube and Instagram is not very helpful with this, and technically if I wanted to get rid of this person, I would have to close down my account and start all over from scratch. So the past few months, I've been really trying to decide what to do about this. Really grown to love my little space here in Tarot Tube, and closing it down is not an option that I want to do and start again from scratch. So I am grateful for every single subscriber that I get and who finds my content enjoyable or helpful in any way. I'm really thankful for each and every one of you. Hey y'all, this is Bonnie in editing, and there's something I wanted to address. And this is directed primarily at my trolls. Your words and actions did hurt me, and they did wound me. They affected me, and quite frankly, they did scare me. But probably not in the way that you intended. If you thought that your words and actions were going to push me any closer to going back to the Mormon church or attending a church meeting or being part of a Mormon congregation again, you were sadly mistaken. If anything, you have helped drive the wedge farther and deeper in between me and the Mormon church. I can say in all honesty and all certainty that I will never, ever be part of the Mormon church again or a congregation. It just never fails to boggle my mind that all you religious fanatics who claim to follow the teachings of love from Jesus Christ can treat people with such hate and vitriol. I don't know how you can do it. The Jesus Christ that I was taught about in my childhood, and granted, it's been a long time since I've attended a church meeting, read the New Testament or the Book of Mormon, but I don't remember Jesus treating anybody with hatred or speaking to anybody in a toxic manner. In fact, he was very good to those marginalized people. I really don't understand it. And I don't know if Jesus is the Son of God, if there's really a God that exists. But I do accept Jesus as a teacher, and he did teach some pretty good things. And the main one that I take with me in my life is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do I need to repeat that? What you have done is not the way being brought up in the Mormon church was taught to fellowship and love my fellow man, even if they didn't think like me. I don't know. Has the church teachings changed in that regard? You know, you can enlighten me on that. Oh, and here is a beloved quote by President Joseph Fielding Smith of the Quorum of the 12 from back in 1953, talking about tithing, you know, the pay to play for blessings that I was referring to. And he says, "It is remarkable how many excuses can be made and interpretations given as to what constitutes the 10th. It is written, however, that as we measure it shall be measured to us again. If we are stingy with the Lord, he may be stingy with us. Or in other words, withhold his blessings." Yeah, I don't know. If there's a God in heaven, do you really think he's going to withhold blessings from his children if he loves them as much as we read about in the scriptures? I don't know. I think this is just to enrich the church coffers, to build more shopping malls in Salt Lake. That's my feeling. I really don't think that an all-encompassing, loving God really cares that much about money. And I know you all are going to say it's about the obedience. It's not about the money. It's about the obedience to God's commands. But really, I think it's to pay for another shopping mall. I really do. In my absence, I have been devouring other content on YouTube, basically art channels, and to be more specific, adult coloring channels. Quite frankly, there's a lot of adults who love to color in coloring books, and there are some very, very talented coloring book artists, and it's amazing what you can do in a coloring book. When my kids were small, I used to enjoy coloring with them, and in times of stress, I like to take out some colored pencils and just color in a coloring book. The last time I really delved into it was when my mother became sick with cancer, and this was back in 2015, 2016, and around that same time I picked up sewing, and that was a great stress reliever too, because it's something that you really have to hone in and be present to be able to accomplish and learn the skills. But as I was traveling, I'm in Texas and my mother was in California, I needed something, a hobby that was portable for sitting in airports and also sitting next to my mother, you know, in her final stages. It was just a way to cope. So when I stepped away from YouTube, I started watching a lot of these coloring channels and started learning all about the different kinds of colored pencils and papers and coloring book artists, coloring books that are for adults, for adult colorists. And I've been kind of practicing and learning how to color, and I've been having a really good time. Okay, so as I said, when I started taking coloring up as kind of a stress relief activity, something to occupy my hands and my mind, when my mother was ill, I just had this box of Faber-Castell. I think these are the color grip. You can get these anywhere at your Hobby Lobby, Target, your grocery store. I had these, and I had, these are the metallic Faber-Castells, and I think I have some Crayolas in here too. Just your, nothing special, these are just your run-of-the-mill Crayolas. So this is what I took with me on the airplane. I had a backpack, I've got my little sharpener, and I picked up this book from Amazon too for one of my trips back to California because I'm very interested in historical costume. And as you can see, using those same pencils I showed you, I did a few pages in here. Nothing, it's very flat. And in this lighting, I can see it looks very, you know, kind of faded and washed out, but I'm not an artist. It was very much literally just putting color down on paper, occupying my hands, occupying my mind. Another example of just run-of-the-mill flat coloring. It was a means to an end. And I'm reading here that this is supposed to be Irene Castle, a famous ballroom dancer. But I was thinking Ginger Rogers because I think Irene Castle had brown hair and I did the blonde hair for Ginger Rogers. Now, in this book that you can pick up on Amazon, again, historical costume. This is the Victorian era costumes. And I think I was trying a little bit more. Still very washed out and flat, but I think I was having a little bit more fun with color. Still just using those regular pencils. And see, I would like to go back in knowing what I know now and try to kind of spruce up these pictures a little bit and see what I could do. Fast forward to today. After going down the rabbit hole with a lot of YouTube coloring channels, I picked up a simple book and something with simple figures, nothing too intricate. So I could see, and this is you all know Selena Fenech. She's done, you know, the Mermaid Oracle deck, and she's done a lot of, yeah, Oracle decks. And so I recognized her name. And here you can see, I was trying. I was trying to incorporate what I saw in some of those channels. It's still kind of bland, but that's okay. I was having a lot of fun working on this picture. And that was the second one I did. Again, having lots of fun, trying a little bit harder to create something. And here you could see I got a little fancy, and I used, let's see, I used Castle Art pencils that you can easily get on Amazon. They're considered a budget-friendly pencil. And I know I used some gel pens, and the background was done with chalk pastel. And from there, I did this one, again, using chalk pastel for the background, some gel pen for some of the stars and some little highlights here. And I used that same set of Castle Art pencils. This is the Cute Mermaids coloring book by Ava Brown. This is a picture I finished pretty recently. This was in February 20th, and I used the Castle Art pencils, which I really like quite a bit. But you see, I'm trying to get a little creative with my coloring and some highlights here. I'll try to bring that a little bit closer. But again, and the border was done with chalk pan pastel right here. But the rest was done largely with colored pencil. I think I did bring in some gel pens right there for the bra. When I was a girl, I used to love Holly Hobby, and I found this book on Etsy. And I did this page back in December 2nd, and I used a set of Star Joy pencils, which is another budget-friendly brand. I was thinking Laura Ingalls Wilder, Little House on the Prairie, when I picked out the colors, you know, and I remember Melissa Gilbert wearing a dress that had kind of this color palette, and her hair, I was very much thinking of Half Pint Melissa Gilbert when I did this little Holly Hobby girl. And I did use pencils, and it was, yeah, all pencils. And then for the clouds, there were no clouds in the sky, but I did it with chalk pastels. I was able to create the sky and this background and the clouds using chalk pastel. So I'm kind of getting my creative juices going a little bit here. I love this book by Julia Speary. The inspiration, and this is grayscale, so I want to learn to color with grayscale. It kind of helps when you want to learn about highlights and shading, and I did this picture. I'm getting a bit of a shadow. I'm sorry if the lighting, it's kind of sunny and then it's overcast and it's sunny and overcast, but I again used Castle Arts. And I did this on Christmas Day. And Castle Art pencils with the background, again, using chalk pan pastels. But I think I did a really good job with this one. And I'm working on another page here, so there's some pencils in there. But I wish the lighting were better in here because I like what I did with the colors. Yeah, I worked really hard on this one. I haven't only been using colored pencils, I've also been using alcohol markers. And if you, for all you artists out there, you know the Copic markers that are very expensive, but they're supposedly the creme de la creme of alcohol markers. I don't have those. Instead, I have various sets of the Ohuhu markers, which are from all the channels I've watched, they're very close to being Copic dupes, and they are so much cheaper and they are very good. Now, I've never used a Copic, so I don't know how to compare them, but I've enjoyed using these Ohuhus. They are fantastic. Working with alcohol markers is so much different. So different from working with colored pencils, and I am trying to master shading, and it's very hard because the alcohol markers dry very, very quickly. But this is me having some fun. Here's a little dragon, baby dragon. Here's a mermaid I did. I had a lot of fun with this one. I'm still, you know, it's a little bit streaky in some parts, but you know, it's all fun. I got creative with the colors. I hope you can all see this. I kind of really love her. Now, granted, an artist would be able to do so much more. I know people that I watch on YouTube could do so much more with these pictures, but I'm having fun. I have no illusions about becoming an artist. This is just pure fun. This girl I think this was the first page I did in this book, and it was a combination of colored pencils and the markers. And I think I did a little bit of gel pen in here too. This is a PDF I printed out from a coloring book artist. Actually, she's a storybook artist, Ruth Sanderson. And you can see my printer is going to be giving up the ghost soon. There's some lines across it, but I am very, very proud of what I did with this. This is all colored pencils, and I used Prismacolors, and that's a popular brand. Prismacolors are entering in the price range of artist grade pencils. But everybody is familiar with Prismacolors, and this is what I used to do this picture, and I'm quite proud of it. By that same artist, Ruth Sanderson, I also did this girl, and I am obsessed with red hair. My two boys have it, and it is carried on my father's side of the family. Kind of this color red hair, deep auburn, and I wanted to see if I could recreate it. And I think I did an okay job. But yes, you're probably not picking it up, but I worked hard with trying to create dimension, you know, with the folds and whatnot, and the highlights and things with her hair. I think I used 4 colors in her hair, 4 colors in her dress, 3-4 colors for her skin. Yeah, I worked really, really hard. This was done back in November, by the way, and it's also using Prismacolor. And this is another early attempt trying to do skin and hair, all practice. It's a little more flat, but again, it's for practice. I think this was the first picture I did practicing with my Ohuhu alcohol markers. Yeah, she turned out pretty cute. This one though, I'm kind of proud of how it turned out. The shading, the highlights, you know, kind of the folds, how I wanted to try to, you know, create folds in the fabric. I wanted to get that perfect, also create that perfect ballet pink. And actually I took out an old pair of my point shoes and kind of worked with that to get the color right. This was an early one. This reminds me very much of a vintage sewing pattern that I have. And I kind of wanted to create these striations of this fabric, you know, kind of a taffeta fabric. So that was kind of fun. I don't know if you're picking that up. And here I was just thinking of Shakira. Kind of a cross between Shakira and Giselle Bündchen, kind of that vibe. Red and orange and just a fiery kind of Latina babe, you know? I think this was an early one. So yes, I'm not going to be selling any art anytime soon, but I am having so much fun learning, and just really I can just turn off my brain and switch on the whatever creative side that I have and just explore and enjoy. There's something so satisfying about putting color on paper and then putting a little bit of extra effort and trying to make it look, you know, a little bit like a piece of art. Lots of trial and error. I would like to know if any of you out there also have an adult coloring hobby, and what pencils you use, and who's your favorite adult coloring book artist. Let me know, and maybe you'll turn me on to something I'm not aware of. So this brings me, let's see how I can condense this. I'm really going to try to edit this so it's a coherent video. But I'm filming this at the tail end of February. And by the time I post it, we're going to be into March. By the time I edit it and get around to uploading and doing all that, we'll be in March. And in March, I will be turning 55. Yes, I will officially be a senior citizen. And the mail from AARP is starting to flood my mailbox. By the way, going off on a tangent, you see my hair? It's getting grayer. Look at the back. If you saw my video a year ago, it'll be a year ago in April that I last dyed my hair. And I had all this blonde put in it, and I'll try to find that video. I'll post it here or here so you can see it if you're new to my channel. And I told you I was no longer going to dye my hair. I had a lot of blonde put into it because I wanted something that would meld into the grays as the grays are coming out. And you can see that's happening, and my hair is getting really long. I'm due for a cut. But I've got like 3 colors going on. I've got the dark, I've got the blonde, and I've got the gray. And quite honestly, the first part when the grays started coming out, you know, just started poking through, that was a little annoying. But after that, it wasn't so bad. And I don't care if I have 3-toned hair right now, but yeah, I am going to go in and probably get it bobbed so I can get a lot of this blonde cut out and kind of get some uniformity into this hair. So yes, turning 55, becoming a senior citizen, I find that I'm doing a lot of self-reflection, reevaluating my life, and I just feel like there are certain aspects in my life that need to be redone, and I feel like a major upheaval is due. The last upheaval, major upheaval in my life was probably me separating from the Mormon church and discovering other forms of spirituality, i.e. tarot. Also, kind of before that is the transitioning from not being a full-time mom anymore and having my kids grow up and not need me as much. But some other content that I have been devouring on YouTube is minimalism, those minimalism channels, and things about Swedish death cleaning and Marie Kondo. And then on the other side, and this might seem more frivolous, but style channels, and more specifically though, color palette channels, and trying to find what colors suit me best now that my hair is graying and my outward appearance is changing. And I just feel like the outside of me wants a little bit of updating too. Not really changing. I'm not going to go and start injecting my face and try to make myself look younger. I'm just trying to find ways to look my best as I am now, to look and feel my best as I'm entering this next phase of my life. On my tarot tube hiatus, I've been cleaning out my closet, kind of clearing out clothes that no longer serve, colors that I don't think are working for me now that my coloring is changing, like brighter, more bold colors. Now, I think I look better now in more softer, muted tones and I'm not really able to wear, the brighter, bold prints and colors that I used to favor. So I'm kind of like navigating that space and trying to find what suits me now. Yeah, I've been taking clothes to sell. I've been listing clothes on Poshmark, and I'm getting ready to send a bunch of things to ThreadUp. I'm also investigating styles and things that suit me now and suit my lifestyle now. Now that my life is quieter, I don't do any entertaining. I'm not a social butterfly. My lifestyle is pretty casual, but I still like to look nice, when I do venture out and go out into the world. And in that realm, I've been just wanting to revamp my wardrobe, and I'm just learning about buying better quality clothes, buying less, but buying better. Things that'll last, things that are better materials, clothes with minimal synthetics, minimal plastic, and I've set some new sewing goals for myself. Since I started this YouTube channel, I haven't really, I've let my sewing slide. And there's some skills that I would like to learn while I'm still capable and, I don't know how many good sewing years I'm going to have. The eyesight can go, you don't know what's going to happen, but there are things I would like to accomplish. And there's some pieces I would like to learn to make. I know one of my goals is to learn how to make a blazer, how to make some trousers, and what was the other one? Oh, a coat, a long overcoat. And those are 3 pieces that I want to learn how to make for 2022. Yeah, so I've set some goals. Clothes that I buy are going to be things that I love, that I know I'm going to wear for years. And also, if I'm going to be making myself something, I'm going to source ethical and sustainable fabrics, natural fibers like cotton, linen, hemp, wool, silk. And it's going to be more expensive, but it's going to be more sustainable. And I think sewing is a wonderful way to create a wardrobe, because you become hyper aware of how much everything costs and how much effort is put into it. It's a slowing down of the consumption, which brings me to, again, not to beat a dead horse, but the consumption of tarot decks. Now, while I've been away, and actually it started months ago, I've had this kind of guilt about having a tarot tube channel, because it's been discussed before. Yes, I know everybody's responsible for their own spending habits. Yes, 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 yes. But I think in any space that you go on YouTube, in most genres, there is a push to consume, whether it's, kind of subliminal or not. For instance, if I go on a coloring channel and I want to learn how to do a certain technique, well, obviously I'm going to want the pencils that YouTuber is using, or I'm going to want that coloring book, even though they're not doing an unboxing or, a review of that said product, just a how-to video. You're going to want the same supplies or the same materials or that same object that YouTuber is using. Whether you go on a beauty channel, you're going to want that foundation that YouTuber is using or reviewing. You may want that deck that, somebody's unboxing. It's just the way it is. I have some decks sitting in my closet that have not been opened, partly because they've come while I've been away, but some of them are from months and months and months ago, because I've been trying to scale back the unboxing videos. In all honesty, my unboxing videos on average get maybe 200 or 300 views if I'm lucky. If it's a much awaited deck or popular deck, you know, it might do a little bit better than that, maybe 500 views. That's doing pretty well for one of my unboxing videos. But the way the YouTube algorithm is, it is going to, if I have an unboxing video and then a bigger channel has the same unboxing video and we put them out at the same time, it's mostly going to send people to the bigger channel. I've been kind of grappling, is it really worth it? Because I do put time, and editing and just this whole YouTube thing is hard for me. Making a video is not easy for me. I've tried to put my own little stamp on my unboxing videos with my musical flip throughs, and some of you have told me that you don't really care for that, and some of you seem to like it. But I've continued doing it because that's the part of making a video or the editing process that I really, really enjoy in creating an unboxing video. I spend hours on Epidemic Sound trying to find the perfect piece of music or musical selections for that video or for that portion of the deck unboxing. I spend hours trying to find music that fits the essence of that deck, or how I feel fits the essence of the deck. Music is really important to me as a former dancer. Music is in my soul, it's in my body, and that is just one of the little ways that I choose to inject a little bit of myself. I don't compose the music, but I choose it and try to pair it up with a certain deck. And that's just me injecting a part of myself in the video. And it does take a lot of time, and for the effort, you know, they don't get a lot of views. So I'm wondering, you know, maybe people are going off unboxing videos. Maybe, you know, there's a movement not to consume as much. So maybe people are deciding not to watch so many unboxing videos. I don't know. I think that's a good thing in some ways, that if people want to be conscious of their consuming habits, or, you know, maybe they're running out of room. But what I've realized is I've got a bunch of decks up in my closet, and I'm not chomping at the bit to unbox them and to use them. They've been up there for a while, for quite a while, as a matter of fact. And you can let me know if you want to see them. I think there's probably by this time a lot of unboxings of these decks now. So it's kind of like it's old hat, and I think people might be more interested in seeing what's brand new right now. There are a lot of things going through my head right now, and a lot of things I'm thinking about. And quite honestly, when I sat down to film, my full intention was to tell you that this channel is closing. This would be my final video, and I'm just getting a feeling that maybe I shouldn't be so hasty, but I'm kind of in that liminal space right now. Because maintaining and caring for a YouTube channel does take a lot of effort, and I have a lot of other interests. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best use of my time. I can see from my analytics that my growth has slowed, and this was before I had my hiatus. I can see from YouTube analytics where people are cutting out in my videos. And in my unboxing videos, a lot of the time it's before you even get to the musical flip through. And my my unboxings are anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes, and the average view duration, the average amount of time that people are watching are, 3 to 5 minutes, and that's not a lot for a 20 to 40 minute video. So that tells me that my style, my content is not serving the community, and that's okay. There's a lot of great and wonderful channels out there, and if mine is not providing value, maybe it's an indication that I should step away. I've been thinking about diversifying my content here for a while, but because there's a lot of imposter syndrome going on, and I I'm quite new to tarot. I don't feel like I have a lot to teach other than, giving you my thoughts on a certain deck. I have a couple ideas in my head. Maybe I'm just gonna close this channel just entirely, and that would be an easy thing to do, and that would take care of my one troll problem. That's not to say if I started another channel I wouldn't get another one, but that would take care of that. I've kind of grappled with making more of a channel that is not really pigeonholed niche. I've kind of been thinking about doing a channel that would include some of my tarot interests, but that's not all it would be. It might have an occasional deck unboxing, but it would be more navigating senior citizenhood, being a new senior citizen, maybe giving some insight into getting older. What's it like navigating the empty nest period of life? What's it like, having your kids grow up and then have them leave and try to find new purpose in life? There's a lot of ideas going in my head, and then sometimes there would be some more frivolous content about maybe style for the over 40 or 50, or maybe discovering new hobbies and putting some coloring into it and some sewing into the channel. I know on YouTube they say if that you want a successful channel, that you really need to niche down. I don't really care about getting 100,000 subscribers. I would like to do videos that people would be interested in watching and getting some views for the effort. That's more where I'm coming from. I don't know. I would like to produce videos that people will watch and find some value in them. And these are just ideas that are floating in my head. So my question to you is, do you think extra content that's not tarot related I should just do on another channel? I don't think I can handle 2 channels at the same time. So I might combine that kind of content onto this existing channel, or end this channel and just start something entirely new, which, would contain some tarot content, because that is a part of my life and something that I enjoy and something that I find helpful. So yeah, I would like your input. Be nice, be respectful. Again, I've said on my channel before, I don't mind differing opinions, but I will not stand for nastiness of any kind, and that's just a no-go. I will delete your comment. I will block you. Anything that's at all, nasty, attacking me personally, attacking me physically, talking about my appearance, calling me stupid, calling me a boomer, none of that's going to be tolerated. It's just not. But respectful dialogue, discourse is always welcome. And in saying that, I've learned a lot from many of you, and you've been wonderful. So I'm going to try to, I know I've been incoherent, but that's my head right now. And I'm going to try to edit it down to where it is coherent. So let me know, and hopefully I'll see you back here in this space real soon.
Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see me unbox these decks. I have a few more that are not pictured here. And yeah, I'd like to know if you'd like to see them, though I'm sure many of these have been unboxed. Some of these decks have been out for a while. So I would just like your input. Thanks a lot.
And I'll give you a further update. So I'll let you get on with your beautiful day. Bye for now.